Thank you very much for being here. I'm going to ask. Let's shut that door. A few months ago, I was called by Herb Hoffman and from Maine, and Herb and I have worked together on many endeavors over the last 8 years. And he said, you know, we really ought to do something on Capitol Hill and create an opportunity for people to get the latest thinking that challenges wars. And so today's meeting came about through a series of discussions with Herb, with Dave Swanson, and others who felt that this is a perfect time to be able to start a new discussion about war in general, but there are some specific areas that are going to be covered here by people who have spent a good part of their lives challenging the deficient orthodoxy which tells us that war is inevitable and that somehow war can be justified simply by some type of odd fiat. Chris Hedges today will speak to some of the underlying contradictions in the way war is waged with technology, the effects of it, and the way that it's propagandized. Chris has written several bestsellers that really look at the thinking behind war, which gives rise to war and keeps war going. Jeremy Scahill has done some major investigative work that has forced open this lockbox of secrecy on government policy, most recently to deal with assassination policies that put not only the morality of America at risk, but also helped to set the stage for what Chalmers Johnson famously called blowback. We have not even begun to see the consequences of the policies that Jeremy will be laying out, in particular letting you know a little bit more about what's happening with Pakistan. David Swanson, I don't know of anyone who's more relentless than David Swanson. Really. I know because I've worked with him on a daily basis for a while. And when it comes to organizing, but as well as getting the information out, David doesn't have many people who are his peer. And his leadership at a grassroots level on the impeachment was extraordinary. It was largely because of his leadership that I was able to bring that, those, how many articles? 35 articles. We could probably add a few more, because I don't think it's a shut case yet. But thank you for the public spirit that guides your involvement and your continued commitment. Ann Wright, of course, former colonel, has a deep understanding of what's been going on in Gaza, and going to be looking at war and its extension in the Middle East and the impact on people in a way that she's best informed to do. And finally, a late entry into the panel, but one who's made a tremendous impact nationally and internationally, Josh Stiver, who, Josh, welcome, and he has been instrumental in a lot of discussion dealing with that leaked video from Baghdad, and that has created so much of a stir, and it really kind of rips off this veil of secrecy that's around the practices that go on there. And actually, it's only through public disclosure of the abuses at every level that we're going to cause people to have to, sooner or later, rear back in horror at what it is that we've wrought. It was 2 months ago that we had a debate in Congress, the first debate over Afghanistan. It was very important. We set it as a benchmark. And we'll keep doing everything we can to keep the debate going. You know, there's another supplemental coming up. We're doing everything to challenge that. But today has a meaning independent of all of it, because what's happening here today, I think, is going to create the opportunity for a template to be created to take the concept of teach-ins across the country. And there'll be time to get it back to campuses. Some of us remember those days. To wake America up on what's the consequences of the war, on the consequences of spending, the consequences of America's long-term ambitions to take care of its own people, or hopes to take care of its own people. So this, I'm proud as a member of Congress to host and to sponsor this occasion and to welcome all of our panelists. We have ongoing votes in the House today, so I'm not going to be able to stay all the time. But I'm grateful for your presence here.